So here is the corkscrew I made last video, and another from a while back. The latest one here works, but not very well. The coils at the bottom are a bit too tight, and cork gets stuck. The vertical opening needs to be more evenly spaced. So I have this 6mm 1095 rod that I'll use to make an alternative wine cork remover. I need to thank Terrence Gill for his latest big donation to my channel. Getting a donation out of the blue is definitely a welcome sight. Thanks. I never used or even seen in person one of these. I'm just going by pictures I've seen and a video I watched about how to use this kind of an opener. The tines need to be very thin and very springy, so I'm just trying this piece of 1095 to see how that works. I'm doing a dry run with this simple bending setup, but this could just as easily be done hammered over a horn or maybe a bic. I forgot to film the second bend, so I'm just demonstrating that cold, just so you get the idea. I'm not trying to do anything fancy, I just want a working tool. One tine or prong should be longer than the other. And the distance between the tines should be about 3/4 inch or about the diameter of a wine cork. On pictures I've seen, the bottom ends flare out just a little bit. So there it is. I won't heat treat this yet. I clean up and thin the tine some. The tines are very springy, so I'm not going to heat treat yet, but first just give it a try. The key word is yet. So what you want to do is insert the long tine first, then the shorter tine, and then push down and rock back and forth, and the rocking motion should be like such, in the direction of the length of the handle. I'm feeling quite a bit of resistance, so it makes me think that my tines are a little bit too thick. So close, but yet so far. I wasn't able to insert it deep enough, and so didn't get enough bite. So I ground the tines thinner and decided to heat treat. And I decided to heat treat in water. Probably not the wisest idea for this 1095. And here I am working on another one made from medium carbon steel, 1045. And you may ask, why am I doing this? Well, here's the one made from 1095. As soon as I set it down, it cracked. So brittle I can snap it with my hands. And here's my second go. This one, as I said, is made from medium carbon steel, and I heat treated it in water, but it seems fine. At this point, I'm aware of another problem, and I'm thinking this might not end well. And I do understand why my wife says I'm dangerous. Well, at least I can say I opened the bottle, sort of. So it started to rain good, and this is a nice time for an interlude to think a bit and to recalibrate. So the problem as I see it is that my tines are not long enough. It's very stiff as you get towards the handle end, so there's not enough flexibility, so they need to be longer, and being longer should make it easier for me to insert at a decent depth so that I can remove the cork without any incident. So I lengthen the tines and go through the same steps to finish out the piece. The tines are now longer by half. I'm hopeful at this point. My biggest concern with this medium carbon steel is that it won't be springy enough, that it'll bend but not spring back. I have a good idea to make one of these with independent tines attached to a separate handle, but that can wait for another video. So here we go again. I hope I don't break another bottle, and so have to ask for donations for wine research. Right off the bat, it feels better. It seems to insert easier, but I'm taking it very gently with my rocking and with my pressure. Ideally, you should get the tines to the bottom of the cork, if not a little farther, but I'm taking it very cautiously. Can you imagine me working in a fine restaurant, graciously opening a wine bottle with that constipated face? That thunderclap could be a fortuitous sign. Thanks for sticking with this one. Catch you guys next time.